Hey there, today I'm going to tell you where to eat in Miami Beach. These are the top restaurants that have authentic Cuban food, Cuban coffee, and several different cultures that might surprise you are included in this list. When we travel, we want authentic food. We want to know where the locals eat. And in Miami Beach, Florida, we know there is a huge Cuban influence. So those are the top restaurants I'm going to start with today. I'm also going to tell you some other ones that you are going to find delicious if you visit Miami Beach. And I'm going to give you two very important tips about eating in Miami Beach, Florida. So make sure you're listening to find those two important travel tips. If we have never met yet, I'm a Houston pilot wife sharing tips to help you travel the globe without a worry in the world. Hit the bell beside subscribe and you'll never miss one of my free once a week travel tip videos. The best Cuban restaurant in Miami Beach is at Bella Cuba. This neighborhood restaurant is in a busy part of town that I think you will find safe and walkable. It's right off of the pedestrian road, Lincoln Road. You can walk all along Lincoln Road, but make sure you walk all the way to Bella Cuba. The Cuban influence of roasting their pork before they put it on your sandwich is authentic. It's more full of flavor. And then they also have that ham that you can barely tell you're even biting into ham. It's that soft. And then whatever sauce they use and the bread press that they use makes it very delicious. When you do visit Miami Beach, we suggest taking a food tour with Miami Food Tours. I'll link their website below. Their motto is make you a local in 3 hours. If you take a food tour on your very first day or second day of your trip, you know the restaurants you want to return to, and you know what restaurants to steer away from based on the education you get. Food tours are a great way to get the history and the culture while eating lots of food. This is one of my top food tours from around the world. The only one that beats it is in Rome, Italy, and I've taken quite a few food tours. They give you big portions and a lot of food. When you visit Bella Cuba, make sure you get the Cuban egg rolls. They will melt in your mouth because they are just crispy enough and just moist enough with their sweet and hearty flavor. And be sure to order the mojito. Even though it's not Cuban, it is just delicious there. Our other favorite experience kind of Cuban restaurant was in Little Havana. There is also a food tour that you can take just of Little Havana, but that's like half a mile, and we wanted more of a mix. But I'll have their link below in case you want to research that. Go to Old's Havana. It's a restaurant, but don't miss the hidden gem in the back. In the back is this open air, shaded, breezy, tropical oasis for where you can eat and just lounge and talk. But I did see a grilled chicken Caesar salad pass by our table that looked so fresh and delicious. One of the reasons we liked this was because of the Cuban coffee. It was strong and they only give you about that much. So it's basically an espresso shot. I will tell you that we feasted on their empanadas and those were the best I have ever had in Old's Havana. So don't miss those. Because Miami Beach is such a multicultural area, they do what the Europeans do. They just foster staying and lingering over your food or drink and having meaningful conversation and laughs. I recommend going there for a very early lunch before it's hot outside if you're visiting in the summer. Little Havana is listed as a national treasure. Didn't know if you knew that, but the street that Little Havana is, about a half a mile, is called Calle Ocho. Here's a little tip for Little Havana. There are many cigar factories and shops there, and just tell them that you are a local. Our Uber driver told us to say that and say, we don't need to pay these prices. But one cigar was $8, another shop there were $12.50, and we got to see them hand roll it, so that made it a little more special to us. One of the most valuable travel tips for eating around Miami Beach is to know that the service charge is included in most restaurants if you're in a touristy area. Be sure to look on your receipt and see if the tip is included. And it's not tip, they call it additional service charge. It's usually around 17 or 18%. So in Old Havana, I gave the waitress an extra $2. Just look on your receipt or even on the front of the menu somewhere. It will say there is a 17.9% service charge included. And then on your receipt, usually your tip or your clue is that it will say additional tip. We like supporting these people who are working so hard and craving our business and staying open safely and cleanly. so we can support them and enjoy a vacation. We felt like we were in a different country because there were so many cultures included in all of these foods. Another authentic Miami Beach restaurant is Chalan. The owner of Chalan is from Peru, and in Peru they used to use Japanese slaves. So there is the hibachi meat. Oh my goodness, if you like steak, beef, go there. It is delicious. It is a diner type. Everything is casual. You can be casual or dressy in any of these restaurants, as you know, in Miami Beach. By the way, we used Uber to go everywhere from our hotel, which I will talk about near the end as well. But to get from your hotel to a restaurant is about $8 during the day and in the morning and at night. If you want to go across the bay into Brickell, for instance, that's about $26 each way. But Brickell was a surprise for us. There's a great ramen restaurant there. It was packed and it's right off of Brickell, so look for that one. And then we ate at North Italia. They have small plates, which we highly recommend, the shrimp and then bread. The shrimp scampi small bites comes with 4 pieces of bread. So our friend ordered more bread and it's just crispy and soft enough. But Brickell is an area where you can walk down and feel like you are a millennial, and there are tons of restaurants and it's safe and very walkable. We stumbled across this next restaurant for brunch or more coffee and tea. It's in the Faena Hotel and everything is served on fine china. We just felt like we were having high tea. The ambiance is high class, even though I wore leggings and a sweatshirt jacket. The furnishings are all Hollywood glam, that old school velvet, leopard, bright red fabric, gold everything. And we saw Rolls Royce and Porsche and all high-end cars there at night. So we recommend just going there for breakfast. It is expensive for breakfast. It's like $20. But if you want to just go there for coffee or have really nice hot tea and stay a few hours like we did, we highly recommend it. For Christmas, I got myself new shoes and I used these on 2 of the days we were in Miami. They are brushed suede or whatever. It's the Echo brand, which is really expensive, but I have high arches and usually like to walk in my tennis shoes, and I did not this time. I just wanted to share these all-day walking shoe alternatives if you are in for that or need that based on your foot needs. And then these kind of shoes are also the Echo brand. These are more of a tennis shoe sneaker look. If you are wanting to walk around in leggings with tennis shoes, they have other colors and fabrics that are not shiny like this. And they are also rain or water resistant. And you know that being at a beach, you're gonna have spotty rain showers. So just keep that in the back of your packing mind, that you need shoes that you can get wet in. I also took my Merrell sandals, but those are shoes that are sandals if you also need all day support. We did not get to Miami Beach until like 8 o'clock at night. So we went to a neighborhood restaurant that our hotel, the locals, recommended to us, and it was Sazon. There were probably 10 people who came to the door to pick up to-go orders who were definitely from there. The sangria is super strong. The mojitos were delicious, but the empanadas were great. We got the steak and the rice. I got my rice separate from the beans. In Miami Beach, they like to mix the beans and the rice together, but it has some kind of a spice to it, so I like the white rice with the beans included. If you do like to go to a bar, there is a local bar called Sweet Liberty. I would say to get there early. We got an entire like half of a wall, half circle booth to sit in, and we sat there and there were all these groups coming in and nobody like asked us to leave. Well, we were there for like 3 hours until 11 o'clock at night, just talking. They have cauliflower nachos, which are not made out of cauliflower, but they have pomegranate seeds in their cauliflower nachos. They're regular chips, they've just got a few pieces of cauliflower in there. But the pomegranate seeds, the flavors, the mix of cultures were just beautiful and delicious. If you want to walk around and people watch, I recommend Lincoln Road for sure. And then Little Havana, it's not worth spending hours there. You can do that in an hour unless you eat somewhere very easily, maybe 45 minutes. The 3 of us girls stayed at Hilton Cabana Hotel, which is oceanfront. Almost every room is oceanfront, I believe. There are 2 levels of swimming pools. You are right there on the beach, but what I did not know about Miami Beach is they have the, what do you call it? They have the cement boardwalk for you to ride bikes on. They have bikes by their swimming pool. They have stand-up paddle boards and surfboards right there at the hotel, so you don't have to go look for that. With each room, we got a junior suite, which was so nice. It had 2 bathrooms in it. At the Hilton Cabana, you get 2 beach chairs and 2 towels every day. It's nice having a suite so that you can spread out, but any of the hotels that are oceanfront are going to be fabulous because you have that crystal blue, bright aqua blue color of Miami Beach water. I do have a video that I will link in the iCards and in the description box below for you if you want to know what kind of things to take to the beach with you, like down to the sand. One thing that I did not mention in that video is when you are at the beach, your shoes and socks maybe are going to have more sand in them. So there are some ways that you can pack your shoes, like a shower cap. I mean, they make cheap ones at the dollar store or whatever. Those are my Merrell sandals I talked about earlier. But there's the shower cap, and you can even use like a really cute shoe bag or even a trash bag. This came with my new compression cube set, but that's for dirty laundry or shoes. And I like that they're plastic versus the cloth one because it's just easier to just rinse out and get all the sand out. And then one tip that I wanted to share with you that I thought of was do not forget to pack a bag that you can take your stuff down to the beach or to the pool in, because the cell phones are larger now, so they're not going to fit in like a little pouch very easily. But you need your hat, your sunscreen, your key card, your credit card, towel, your foldable hat. Remember, it's breezy there, so things are going to fall away. Oh, I also took, okay, here they are. It's the little parrot clips to hold the towel onto your beach chair because it is so windy at the beach sometimes. And then you need the little clips to hold that towel down. They do make the little silver ones that are actually plastic if you don't want these little cutesy ones, but it's also a good gift to give your girlfriends if they're going to the beach. Before you take a nap, let's say hello to everybody. Do you wish you could go to the beach? Maybe one day you will. Okay. A lot of people say that Miami is our 51st state. So be sure to just immerse yourself in all the cultural food that is there when you visit Miami Beach in Florida. Thanks a lot for your time. I really do appreciate the time you take. I know there are other YouTubers, other articles you can read about Miami Beach, the food there, but I really appreciate you taking the time to listen. Have a great vacation, finally.